Okay, you guys should be able to hear me, see me. I think everything looks okay. Can you hear me okay? That's the first question, because sometimes this mic, sometimes I just have it set up wrong. I can't even blame the mic, it's all me. How's everyone doing? I saw Jared, I saw Gabe, I saw I'm Stupid. And who else is in here? Guys, we haven't had a live in, it's been about a week now. I missed last week because I think I was in Phoenix. I had a crazy night, crazy story. I'll tell you that crazy story in a minute. Aaron Miller, how you doing, Aaron Miller? Look, I just typed a message in here. I'm gonna pin it to the top so that everyone on the stream can see it, see how to donate or get I Heart BMX shirt. If you look closely, the heart is chains. That's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see me. Yeah, okay. I look weird doing that. That's funny. So let's see. Let's talk about a story. No, Jared, you don't have to buy the stickers, man. I had them in my backpack when I was, what's up guys? Evan and Deepat and Eli. Whoa, why are we getting so many subscribers right now? What's going on? What's up guys? Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the family, I guess, the community. Jared, I had a whole bunch of stickers in my backpack and I should have gave you some in Phoenix when I saw you, but I didn't even think about it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, story. Okay, so last live, we missed the live, right? Because here's the story, guys. As you guys know, I talked about it before on the live 2 weeks ago, is I took some time off work and I just went on a big trip. I went 3,000 miles in like 10 days or 9 days. I want to show you this. I mapped it out on Google Maps and then kind of took a screenshot. I hope it's still here. Hold on. You have to see this. It's really important. Unless I deleted it, then it's not that important. Don't you guys hate that? You can never actually see your picture. Or like, you can't find the picture that you're looking for. Oh my god. Okay, well, I won't show you, I guess, because I can't find it. Look, I'll show you my friend Mia. She's a scooter rider I met at Woodward. She did a crazy thing over the mega ramp. And then look. Oh my god, could you imagine that? Oh, her poor face. God, I feel bad. Look, this is me and Jared and Peoria and Payson, Jared's kiddos. We went out to Phoenix and they came and met me. We rode bikes at Chandler. Jared's here in the chat. It was so much fun. Dude, you guys are awesome. I had a lot of fun, Jared. Thank you. Thanks for coming out. Anyway, so story time. I couldn't find... What's up, King Crab? How you doing, man? Another Jared. So I left here from New Mexico. I went up to Denver. I rode in Denver with one of our bike school members at Belmont. It's dirt jumps. It's so much fun. Then from there I drove towards Montana. I got to about, I think like Gillette, Wyoming. And then, the whole plan was to do this on $500. So I went a little bit over. I'm going to make a video series on it. Each day I kind of update it. I try and ride as much as possible, but some days I'm not able to ride. Guys, I was outside this freaking... I was outside of this gas station and making like this ramen food that you'll see in the video. And I look there, I see a cop drive around and I'm like, that's crazy. And then he stops in front of this car and I'm like, interesting, right? He blocks this car in. And then these guys come out of the gas station and then he starts talking to this guy, right? Talks to the guy leans up against the car, they're talking. And then next thing I know, I look down, I take a bite, I look back up. This guy's flying across the parking lot. Like the cop like yeeted him. And I was like, whoa. And then he's on the ground, the cop has his taser. I have the video because I'm like sitting there like recording. I'm like, whoa. It was crazy. So many random things like that just happened on this trip. So it was so much fun. Anyway, up to Montana, across Montana, down through Idaho. I saw Dale in Utah. We rode some skate parks. We rode some pump tracks. And then down to Vegas. And I got to Vegas at 1 in the morning. And I was like, I'm going to work out, I'm going to shower, and I'm just going to go gamble a little bit. Because I don't drink, I don't smoke or anything like that. But I do like to gamble. So I went to Vegas, found a parking spot, went in, I gambled. And I gambled till like 7, 8 a.m. Till a long time, right? A long time. Lost all my money, won back all my money. It was kind of fun. And then I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and then I'm gonna head down to Phoenix. And then I started driving, and I hadn't slept yet, so I was super tired. And then that didn't happen. So anyway, that was Friday, and that's why I missed the live. Long story short. And then I went down to Phoenix, saw Jared the next day. It was a lot of fun, guys. It was super fun. Hello, Matt Stoney. Yeah, who's the third Jared? Anyway, so yeah, that is my long story time. I will update you guys with all of those videos. I haven't even had a chance to edit them. The 2022 kink bikes are finally out. So I think most of you guys already have a bike. You found a bike, like life is good. But some of you guys haven't, and I know a lot of people have been waiting on the Kink Whip, which is my all-time favorite bike of 2022, just in general. The Whip is the best value bike you're ever gonna find. And the Whip is in stock now on Dan's Comp. You can get the Whip, you can get the Whip XL, which is the 21-inch, but it's full chromoly, double wall rims, and it's $500. It's crazy. If you're feeling extra crazy, you can step it up and get the Kink Cloud. That gold color is a little sketchy if you ride in the hood, but I'm gonna share this link with you guys because I don't know where you're at in the bike buying process. I know so many bikes were out of stock, and now they're starting to get restocked up. I talked to this guy that owns Unity Bikes in Chandler, or in Phoenix. He's awesome. God, I think it's Randy. I'm pretty sure it's Randy. He owns Unity Bikes, and he's like, I ordered a bunch of Colt bikes, and I only got 8. So that's kind of what like that supply stuff is doing. Where's that red dot on my head? I'm looking at myself in the video. I got this red dot. I think it's right here. Oh well, my bad. So yeah, 2022 Colt bikes are out now, but they're pretty much the same. Jared was telling me that they are all. Did I post that link? Yeah. Okay. So that's the link. Yeah, Jared was telling me that they're all the same except a blue Devotion, I want to say. Let's look at that actually. They're not in stock on Dan's Comp yet. Mike thinks that they're supposed to be here towards the end of the year. Look, I googled 2022 Colt BMX bike, and Dougster Bob comes up as a bicycle shop, so that's good. They're at The Secret. Guys, I really enjoyed when I bought something from The Secret. They were really good to work with, but it says they're sold out. Oh, these are all 2021. I feel like it's just a re-up on the 2021. I guess I really don't know until they're completely out, but I did see Colt had some in stock for sure. Let's see. Colt. We're doing some research right now. Oh my god. If you don't search Colt BMX, it gives you the definition of a Colt. Fun fact. Oh, that blue is sick. Look, I looked at these earlier, Jared, when you said they were out, and I didn't see these. Look at this Devotion. That's nice. I like that color. I'm going to share this with you guys too if you want to check out this blue Colt Devotion. The Devotion's a really good bike too. I'd say it's like similar quality to the Whip, maybe a teeny tiny bit better, but the biggest thing is the geometry. It's got a like 13.6 chainstay if I remember. It's crazy long chainstay, and it comes with pegs, so that's kind of cool because the Whip does not come with pegs. Callum Stornier, what's up, man? How you doing? Gabe says, I traded in my 2022 Kink launch for a 2022 Kink Whip. That's solid, man. Good choice. Gabe, at the rate that you're progressing, I think that was a good move because the launch is probably a little small for you. 2, you're progressing really fast, and you're doing nose pivot 180s already. I was like, whoa, good job, Gabe. Empathy says, hey bro, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Have you ever heard of the brand ABD? Are they Albuquerque? Already been done? Already been done. No, I have not heard of them. Maybe I have, I'll look. No, what is it? Educate me. I have no idea. Looks like it's a racing team. That's coming up on Fat BMX. But yeah, no, I have not heard of such a thing. Alright, Beckham Harrison says, I got a quick question. What are the little hooks at a front wheel that hook at the forks? Does it matter, or can I take them off? Yeah, so lower end bikes, like really lower end bikes, will come with that. They'll come with the wheel and the little hooks that go on the wheel kind of as washers, but then they hook into the forks. And what that does is when the person at Walmart assembles the bike or something, if they forget to tighten the wheel all the way, you don't die. Like, the wheel still stays in place. I mean, it's barely holding on, but it's holding on nonetheless. Or if you work on your bike and you forget to tighten the front wheel, at least you hopefully put the hooks on and then it doesn't fall off. So those are there just kind of like a precaution to keep your wheel from falling off and killing you. You don't need them. No other bike really has them except low entry level bikes. Like, yeah, so if you take them off, you're fine. You're gonna be fine. Just don't forget to tighten the wheel. If you forget to tighten the wheel, you won't be fine. Yeah, Jared, I talked with Randy and Unity. I was like, hey man, I want to try and get him on the live, because his story around the bike shop and like what he's trying to do for BMX, I think is incredible. And I was like, dude, let's get you on and let you tell your story. We'll do a little podcast format type deal. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Beckham got the Colt Control. Nice. Victor, do you like dirt jumpers, and which brand do you recommend? Oh, I wish. Okay. When I went to Belmont and rode with Tyler, I rode his dirt jumper, or this other guy's dirt jumper. Anyway, I rode a dirt jumper over the trails, and it was a lot of fun. I thought it would be a lot harder to control because it's so much bigger, but it really wasn't that bad at all, and like I could actually jump it. Now, I didn't do any tricks, that's a little scarier, but I could jump it, and I had a lot of fun. And then I was like, hey, I want to get a dirt jumper and start doing this. I keep hiccuping. And so, but I don't know anything about them. Long story short, I don't know anything about dirt jumpers. I don't know any brands. That's a direction I want to kind of move into and add on. One, because there's a lot more money into it. And two, I think there's a lot of people that ride a little bit of both, right? I think a lot of people have a dirt jumper to dirt jump, and then a lot of people have a BMX to BMX. So it's a direction I want to go and learn a little bit more about, but I really don't know anything about it right now, so. Cream cheese. Hey Doug, what do you think about the 2022 Kink Switch? Do you think it's a bike a beginner like me should get? Good question. So, God, I want to say 2 years ago, the Kink Switch was ultimately my favorite bike. So when I first started doing this, the Cold Devotion was my favorite. Then I think it was the Kink Switch, and now it's the Kink Whip. The reason for the Kink Switch is because it was only $500 in 2019, I want to say, or 2020. And $500, you got full chromoly, you got double wall rims, you got pegs, you got a free coaster. It's almost the cheapest bike except for the Gap free coaster that comes with a free coaster. So generally, if you want a free coaster bike, you're going to spend upwards of $500, except for the Kink Gap free coaster and the Kink Switch. So for that reason, it was one of my favorites. Now, I only really recommend it to people who are, one, the correct size to ride a 20.75 inch top tube. So the Kink Whip comes in 20.5 and 21. And if you're somewhere in between that, you'd probably be better off just going with the Switch at that 20.75 inch top tube. So first, cream cheese, you got to figure out how tall you are. I'm sure you know how tall you are. I don't know that. But then look at the Dougster Bob size guide. Just Google it, Dougster Bob size guide. And you'll see which size is going to be best for you, and then what different sizes, or how different sizes affect your riding. So check that out, and then kind of see if you're supposed to be on the 20.75. The Kink Switch is an incredible bike. It's about mid-level quality. So if you're a beginner right now, it's going to last as you progress to a mid-level. I say it's good for people doing 360s and bar spins and tail whips and fakie manuals and like all those grinding handrails even. So it's a pretty solid bike. It's probably more than you need as a brand new rider, but if you start progressing really fast, then having something like that is going to last for you. It's going to be really solid. but only get it if 20.75 is the right size. If you're a smaller guy, getting a 20.75 just because it's a good quality bike is going to be harder for you to progress because the bike's too big. So you've got to figure out how tall you are, what size is right, and then kind of look at it from that aspect. Kink whip if you're 20.5, kink switch if you're 20.75, but either way, it's a really good bike. And then make sure you understand how a free coaster works and how that's going to affect your riding. Because a lot of people get a free coaster and don't really know what's going on with it, and then they pedal and they hit their knee on their stem. That's not very fun either. So make sure you know that. Otherwise, I love the bike. I love the bike. Just make sure it's the right size. Jared's thinking about, King Crab Jared is thinking about getting a 20.6 inch top tube because he wants something that can handle easier. Jared, what are you at right now? Like, what size are you riding? Are you up at a 21 right now and then you're thinking about going down? I'm the opposite. Like, I'm at a 21 right now and I want my next frame to be 21.25. At the Chandler Jam, where JDA was at, this kid just ripping, and it was so much fun to watch him because he'd just go really high and really fast, and I'm like, I kind of want to mix my style up and start doing more of that. So if I get a little bit bigger bike, that's going to help me out a lot. But then double whips will be a little harder, but either way, that's kind of my thought on it. Matt Stoney says, I've been on so many live streams and Doug is the only one that actually speaks and interacts with his subscribers. Aw, dude, I mean, this isn't for me. Like right now, I don't really get much out of it except an hour-long video that I can kind of take clips from and make into smaller videos. But this is just my way of trying to be the best resource in BMX and help actually grow the sport, because that's my mission ultimately. So if it means taking an hour out of my day and sitting down with you guys and answering your questions, because this is the only way you can get real questions. I see people comment on like pros Instagrams and they're like, oh, question, and then nobody replies to them, and it's like, damn, that's kind of sad. So this is my hour for you guys to get your answers, and I have a lot of fun doing it. It's cool to actually go meet you guys at different places and like just know about you, you know, like I know a lot about you all just from hanging out with you on the live. So yeah, Matt, well, thanks for hanging out on the live. We're gonna have Brant on eventually. We were trying this Friday. He said Fridays suck for me. I said, okay, well, Fridays are when I do it, but let's try Sunday. Sunday good? He said Sunday's great. I said, okay, not this Sunday, we'll do next Sunday. And he said, well, next Sunday I'm in California. And I'm like, oh my God, Brant, it's gonna be fun. Just do it, Brant. Anyway, because I know Brant does lives. I pop in on his lives a lot too. Oh, I saw something about bar spins. Aaron Miller. Boy, do I have something for you, Aaron. This is a little bit of a sales pitch, but Aaron, did you watch the video I just put out? Who watched the video I just put out about bike school? It was kind of a clickbaity title, not gonna lie. It was like, you know, it was borderline clickbait, but I tried to actually give you guys some value from it because that's the whole point. But it was pitching bike school because we're gonna change the price, and I know some of you guys are on the fence about it and interested, and I would hate for you to go back when you're ready to buy it and find out it switched from $227 lifetime to $250 a year. That'd be kind of sad. So I'm trying to give you all a heads up. But Aaron, okay, I'm going to answer your question, but I'm also going to tell you, I'm going to put this link in here. This is bike school, okay? Don't know if you know anything about it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it's a baby Nick and I created, and my whole goal with it is to provide you guys the resources that you need to progress. Okay, so it's in-depth how-to videos. It's over 50 different videos. It's slow motion clips of each trick that you can download. So like slow motion hop bar spin. And you can download that, and then when you're at the spot working on the bar spin, you can just replay that, play it back. Because that's how I learn really well, is I'll have to find a how-to video on YouTube, find the small section where they put it in slow-mo, and that's all I watch. Whoops, I just hit my mic. I don't watch the whole video. So anyway, we put that in there, but this is the best thing. I'm going over it again in case you don't know. You get access to the private Facebook group. And so when you post your bar spin attempts, if that's what you want to learn, you throw your bar spin attempt in there. I watch it and I'm like, okay, cool. You're doing this and this, but you're not doing this and this. So I can comment on it and I can tell you what you need to actually work on. And then Nick and I go over all the posts and we make a video, we watch it together and we talk about different pointers on it. And like from that we had, well, Gabe, for example, with bunny hops, Jared with bunny hops, manuals, Gabe learned nose pivot 180s. It was just crazy, the progression from being able to have it broken down that way. So anyway, that's gonna be your number one tip for bar spins. Obviously, I'm gonna plug Bike School and tell you to join Bike School and check it out. And look, right now you can get it $227, you're in for life, okay? Or $20 a month, which we're absolutely getting rid of that option because we don't want people to like cancel midway. So you could get it for 20 bucks a month right now for a year if you want to do that, and then you're in for life. But I'm gonna quit sales pitching you. I really think it's worth it because I've seen the results. So anyway, yo, Jared, thanks for the 20 bucks, man. I appreciate you. I have the best subscribers. No, thank you. Thank you again. Appreciate it. So check out Bike School, but here, I'm gonna get to your question now. I'm gonna quit talking about Bike School. I just want you to get in. If you're thinking about it, get in before we change the price. If you're not thinking about it, I don't care. Like it's could not be for you. Like it might be, but anyway. Bar spins. I gotta find my little finger bike. Hold on. I'm trying to practice pickup bars, but copped a bar end. So one, don't work on pickup bars. I think they're two different tricks. When I was starting out doing it, I had a lot of friends that would learn half bars. So they would bunny hop, do half a bar, and land. And I'm like, why? You know, why would you do that? It's like teaching yourself. Imagine this, okay? You want to learn how to drive a car. So instead of learning how to drive by getting in the car and driving, you go to England and you drive on the opposite side of the car because you feel like it's a step up. It's a step into driving, right? It's the same thing. It's a whole different trick, and you're just making it harder on yourself, right? So just learn the bar spin. If you want to learn pull-up bars, learn pull-up bars, but I think that's a whole different trick than a hop bar. Hello, finger bike. Bam! All right, so Nick thinks I shouldn't really do this very much because it kind of devalues Bike School when I do this for free on the lives, but I want you guys to succeed regardless, even if you give me money or not. So the only thing you won't get out of me is like feedback on your tricks unless you're in the private Facebook group. The focus, hello, okay. Sometimes it quits focusing. I'm amped today. I don't know, I've got so much energy right now, I'm sorry. It's probably hard to watch. Okay. First, figure out if you can hop, okay? I hope you can hop, but you want to hop pretty comfortably and you want to have good form with your hop. And again, this just goes back to Bike School. When we teach the tricks, we teach it in a way that leads up to other tricks. So some people can hop really high by just pulling up like this, okay? And they can hop up curbs and they can hop over cones, I don't know. Just with like the bunny hop method instead of actually J-hopping. And that's cool. But when you go to put a trick into that, it's going to be a lot harder. So make sure you're hopping correctly. Make sure you're throwing your body back. You're popping up with your chest. You're leveling out. And when you level out, that's where you want to throw. And that's why it's important to be hopping that way. So let me just walk it through it, okay? You're going like this. You're riding your bike. Now you don't want to hop like that. That's no good, okay? You want to pull back, lean back, throw your chest forward, and then level out. And so right there, you're going to throw the bar. Now, if you're right foot forward, you want to throw with your right hand, okay, like this, whoop. If you're left foot forward, you want to throw with your left hand, that way. Because when your right foot is forward and you're throwing with your right hand, the bike's naturally going to try and dip this way. No, this way. It's going to try and dip, no. It's going to try and dip to the right. When you throw with your right hand, it's going to try and dip to the right. So with your forward foot right here, that keeps the bike from dipping. Now, if it's going towards your back foot, that's why you see people who do opposite bars. Their bike goes like this while it does it, and it's really weird. So make sure, throw with your right hand if you're right foot forward, throw with your left hand if you're left foot forward. That's just going to make your life so much easier. Anyway, you're going to level out. You're going to drop your catching hand, okay? A lot of people go like this, and you don't want to do that either. You want to drop it back, okay? Like this. So it's going to come back and be ready to catch. And then you're going to throw with this hand, and your hands are like this, but that bar is going to come around and slap you right in the hand. So there's a lot of little steps that go into it, but drop your hand back, throw it, and the bar's gonna land in your hand. When you're just standing at the park, practice it that way. I wish I had a good way to show you. But just stand there, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. Make sure you can do that like with your eyes closed. You just wanna be, and have that really down. Because when you hop, when you're in the air, you're gonna toss it and it's gonna come in natural. So that's kind of the basic structure of it, but a few things that a lot of people do wrong. They don't throw when they're level, so make sure you're doing that. Record yourself in slow-mo, write this down, and then run over the notes while you are watching it back in slow-mo, okay? Are you hopping high? Are you throwing when it's level? Are you pinching your knees? Now, if your knees aren't pinched and your butt's not back, your bike's gonna dip and it's not gonna work. So make sure you're pinching your knees. Most people ride their seat really high, like back in the day it'd be higher, so you could pinch it. You don't really need to do that, because if you put your knees together, your frame can't wobble back and forth. Okay, so pinch your knees, and then is your butt back? Is your chest over the bars? So that's interesting, right? You wanna have your knees pinched and your butt back like this, but this is my chest, okay? And you wanna have your chest up here over the bike. So you're standing in a weird thing like that. Your knees are back, your butt's back, but your chest is over the bars. And then, are you throwing it properly? Is your catching hand dropping back? And is it coming around? Make sure you're doing that correct throw motion. Now, one thing you could do instead of actually tossing it, still drop this hand back and then guide it with your other hand. So that's called a bus driver. That's how I learned them. But anyway, run through those things and make sure you're doing that. If you're doing all of those things, you're gonna land it. Like, I guarantee it. The last thing that people don't do is they don't actually commit. They hop, they throw, they take their feet off. And if your feet are not on and your knees are not pinched, the bar spin's not gonna work. So you have to commit 100%, put some knee pads on, whatever you need to do. Try it on grass, maybe that'll make you feel better. But just actually try it. So anyway, that was a really long-winded answer. I hope that helps just a teeny tiny bit. I hope that helped a lot of you guys, because I think a lot of people want to learn bars. Anyway, Aaron, there you go, man. Luis is 5'6", riding a 20.5-inch top tube. Is this right for me? Yeah, that seems good, Luis. How do you like it? And just out of curiosity, what tricks are you working on? That's what I want to know. How do you like it? What tricks are you working on? Seems that's a good size for you. Okay, Beckham's also learning pull-up bars. Guys, I just cannot do pull-up bars. Maybe that's why I say don't learn them first. I've tried, and I can't get myself to do it. I'd rather be up in the air and doing it. So, there you go. I'm no help on pull-up bars. I say just go for the real bars. Victor says, Jared says T-Mobile hates me. Victor says, I'm going on 40 years old. I currently dirt jump on my dirt jumper, and I just purchased a We the People Envy for skate parks and streets. Dude, that's solid. You are set, man. So Victor, I don't know if bike school is your thing or not, like if you're trying to progress, but what's really cool about it is that Nick is I guess quote unquote professional mountain bike rider. So he rides dirt jumpers. He just sent me, I can't show you guys, it's a big secret. Oh my god. He just texted me too. So he's riding with Reed Boggs right now. They're filming a video. But this is Nick. This is the co-founder of Bike School with me. My partner. I feel weird calling him a partner because that's like what you call your person you're married to. But can you see this? Look at this. Bruh. Anyway. And that... Oh, look at that. It's crazy. So Nick has balls of steel, and I just ride. So he rides the big bike, does the big jumps. He was one of the first people on a mountain bike to do a double flip. Crazy. He rode a mega ramp. Anyway, so Victor, where you're riding both of them, you'd really get a lot of value out of it because we have lessons taught on the dirt jumper and on the BMX. So it's really cool. But that's sick. And I hope to be like you one day with the dirt jumper and with the BMX. So that's what I'm working for. Matt Stoney says, I'm looking to get a new BMX and I saw the tall orders. Are they any good? Alright, so Tall Order is owned by Sebastian Keep, and don't tell him I said this, but no. Now, I don't know. I've only looked at a handful, so if you're looking at a specific one, Matt, send it in here and I can peek at it real quick. I can look at it and tell you what I think. But the few that I have looked at, they're not the best quality and they're a little bit expensive. I think there's a handful of the really high-end models that are really good, but that's about it. But send me the one you're looking at and I'll look at it, okay? Hardex says, what do you think of using a glue stick to on the back rim to make braking better? I think that's interesting. I think everyone's tried probably everything and I've never heard of a glue stick. What I know should work is back in the day we'd put soda. So Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, because it's clear, you can put that on your rim. The glue sticks, man, let me know. Let me know in the next live if the glue sticks work. Colin just ordered the Kink Cloud 2022. Hopefully it doesn't attract too much attention and get stolen. Yes. Hey, what's up, Sean? Sean popped in the live. How you doing, Sean, with the gram of salt? When you get the Kink Cloud, Colin, you're going to have to let me know what you think about it. Colin, where'd you get it from? Did you get it from Albies, Dan's, Source? Where'd you get it from? Oh, Jared says, how do you feel about the Rnc Drama? I don't know. I know I saw a teeny tiny bit about it and I can't remember who's mad about it. Send me an article or something, or somebody update me what's going on, because I saw a little bit, but I don't remember what all's going on. I almost bought those cranks too, and they're breaking. Is that the deal, right? They're breaking? Cream Cheese says, We the People Justice and Sunday X, both in yellow and both with single wall in the front and double in the back. Both come in yellow, both are full chromoly. What are we talking about here? I don't know. Maybe you're just, I don't know. Was that a question? I'm sorry. I'm lost. Senior D2 says, good afternoon. They are offering me a curb for $410. Should I get a whip instead? If you have the money to get the Kink Whip, just go with the Kink Whip. It's a much better bike, quality-wise, okay? The curb isn't full chromoly. It's tri-moly, which is okay if you're a beginner, but it's better to get like the whip if you can afford it. The only reason I would go with the curb is if your budget can't afford the whip and you want something in an XL or you want something with a free coaster. Wait, no, Kink curb. No, God, no. I'm thinking of the Gap. Don't get the curb. Hold on. No, not for. Whoa, no, not for 410. Whoa. I was thinking of the Kink Gap, which that would be a decent deal for the Kink Gap. For the Kink curb, no. Bad idea. Get the whip. Get the whip. Hey, Gabe says, bike school is so worth it. Thank you, Gabe. Gabe, I have so much fun watching you progress. You're killing it. And your kids are going to get to use it too. Your kids are getting on the bike. Your kids are riding. That's so cool. Kyler had his Sunday Forecaster stolen 2 days ago, and I'm so sad. Kyler, man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I couldn't even imagine what it would be like getting my bike stolen, because it's, knock on wood, it's never happened. Now, when I was in Vegas, I was really sketchy because I had my bike in the backseat, I had my laptop, I had my camera, I had my lenses. I had thousands of dollars worth of stuff in my car, and I put a little blanket over it, and I'm like, man, I hope this doesn't get stolen. It didn't get stolen, but they probably look at my car and they're like, oh, there's nothing good in here, right? It's a hunk of junk. Like, my bike's worth more than my car. How did it get me across the country? I don't know. But anyway, Kyler, I couldn't imagine. That sucks. Advice for getting it back. Obviously, like, file a police report. And what has happened for many of my friends is they would, you check Craigslist and go to your local parks, okay? So check Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. If someone's selling a bright yellow bike that, like, for a really low price and they don't even know what brand it is, they probably stole your bike and spray painted it, right? Or homie spray. Like, I had this happen. My friend got his bike stolen. I'm at the skate park, and I'm just like, I don't live there, but I come visit a lot. It's in Billings, and I was riding, and then this kid shows up on this bright yellow bike, clearly spray painted, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, hey, I think that's Cody's bike. So I text Cody. I said, hey man, I think your bike's here. Like somebody painted it, whatever. He shows up, pushes the kid off, takes his bike and puts it in the car. And the kid's like, I just bought that for $100. He's like, well, it's not your bike. So anyway, he took his bike back. And I think what happened, somebody stole it, painted it, sold it to the kid for a really low price. And then, so the kid's out $100. Cody got his bike back, but that sucks, right? So be on the lookout around your park, post it on Facebook, Instagram, say, hey, if anyone sees this, let me know. But that sucks. I hope you find it soon. King Crab. He says, opinions on people hating BMX for no reason. Like I take my bike in get-go, and one day a week, this lady makes a big deal out of it for no reason. Oh, Beckham says and offer up. Yeah, definitely offer up. Anywhere that you'd sell a used bike. Jared, I'm not sure. You just kind of have to deal with it, I guess. You get funny looks a lot. I imagine get-go's like a gas station. Is that true? Yo, what's up, Brian? Brian, congrats on the girl. Brian's in here from BMX Sickness. Got a new lady. That's super sick. Happy for you, man. Anyway, I'm assuming get-go's like a gas station, right? I don't know. Okay, imagine this, right? You get kind of homeless type people, you know, not the best kind of people riding around on BMX bikes just as transportation, right? But then they come to the gas stations, they cause problems, blah, blah, blah. So then they're just going to categorize everyone with a BMX bike as a POS. And that's probably what's going on. I think it just gets a bad rap, especially because it's not like track, it's not like soccer, it's not like anything like that. It just kind of gets a bad rep. And you just got to deal with it and show them that that's not what all BMXers are like, and just be a good person, and you'll be fine, you know? I don't know what she was making a big deal about, like if she was making a big deal that you were there on your bike or whatever, but when I ride street, especially when I was younger, we'd get kicked out all the time. And it's like, that's just kind of like the rebellious nature of BMX, is just rebelling and arguing and all that stuff. And so, I don't know, it's just part of the sport, man. But don't get arrested. That's the only thing I ask. Don't get arrested. Beckham says, are you right foot or left foot forward? I'm a right foot forward kind of guy. And yeah, right foot forward. Jared says I need to do a bike check. I will do a bike check when I get new parts. Right now, guys, my bike is falling apart. I have like 3 missing spokes in the front, 4 missing spokes in the back. I have used 10-year-old profile cranks because I broke mine in England and bought them off a used bike. They're still going strong. But I need to like rebuild it, and then I'll do a bike check, because right now it's not very, very impressive. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a bike. It's not like, you guys take so much pride in your bikes, and I love that, and my bike is not like, it's falling apart. So anyway, when it's nicer and more beautiful, Jared, I will definitely do a bike check. Aaron, on the most recent video I did, here, I'm gonna find it and show you. Just because I kind of showed a little bit more of an inside look at it. And in the comments on this video, I put my cell phone number. I shouldn't do that, but I'm gonna do it up until we change the price, just because if you guys have any questions about it, like I want to be able to answer it. So text me or whatever if you have any more questions. But I'm gonna put this video in there. This is just really in depth, explaining what bike school's like. Aaron, if you like, so yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, okay? Boop-a-doo. Luis is working on bar spins, 360s, and nose manuals. Dude, that is sick. You're killing it. I'd love to see, I don't know how I could do this. Luis, maybe this would work. Luis, if you're a Facebook guy, go to Facebook and look up BMX Sickness. Okay, so Brian's here in the chat. Look up BMX Sickness. It's a BMX group There's like 20 or 30,000 different BMXers in there. And we post clips, we talk about bikes. Like, it's such a good group and community. So go into BMX Sickness, okay, if you're not already in there, post a video of you trying these tricks or doing these tricks, and tag me, Douglas Laird, right? Tag me, and I'll see it. Just because I want to see you guys ride, I want to see you guys progress. I think it's so sick. So Luis, if you're a Facebook guy, definitely do that. Join the group. You get so much value out of that group, and it's free. It's crazy. Louis says, what are you thinking about street riders not wearing a helmet? I can't say too much about it because when I ride street sometimes, now I won't post videos now because I'm an influencer, I don't wear a helmet either, especially if it's just like, I don't know, I feel like I have a good amount of bike control and I know when I need a helmet or when I don't need a helmet. Now at a skate park, I always just put it on, it's part of my routine. But street riding's a little different because a good amount of your time riding street is just cruising, right? From spot to spot. A lot of it's not really spent on big things. Now, I'd probably take it along with me if I'm gonna wall ride down a 10 set or something like that, you know? But yeah, for the most part, I don't, and I guess they can kind of make their own decision. I want to be an advocate for helmets, but in the street world, it's just looked down upon. I have a friend in El Paso that was asking me about helmets, and he finally bought one. And he messaged me, he said, bro, it felt so weird doing a feeble 180 with a helmet, just because he's kind of an older school guy, and that's not a thing that they used to do. That's still a thing that street riders don't do. So it's weird, and there's a lot of like weird stuff around it, but it's a good way to go. It just feels weird for sure. Jared says that Mike Feed blew it out of proportion. Talking about the RNC thing, I assume. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Maybe I was looking at different YouTubers, BMX YouTubers, and Mike came up, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to get Mike on a live. He seems like he has a lot of good knowledge, and it would be a lot of fun to have him on one of these too. Beckham says, I also want to get the We The People Logic cranks in white. Are both of those products good? We The People Helix front wheel good, and the Logic cranks. I'd have to look. I don't really know. I will look. But I'm going to say yes. I'm going to guess yes. But I don't do too much with parts. Like, mostly I just do complete bikes. When I start doing parts, it'll be like parts I actually have on hand. So like, I buy the We The People Helix front wheel and actually test it out, you know, to give you guys a solid review. Because it's a lot different. You know, one thing that We The People has going for them is that they have a really, really good website. Okay, so the first thing, the front wheel, like, you're going to be fine with almost any front wheel because they don't take a lot of impact. They're not, yeah, you're going to be okay with pretty much any front wheel. And the Logic cranks look like they're 48 spline, so those are going to be amazing. And We The People's a great company. Like, they do a lot of research and development, not just a lot for the sport, but they do a lot of like R&D for it. So everything they do has been heavily researched and kind of engineered in a way. Oh my god, Source has 1 million pop-ups. So the one thing on the cranks though, man, make sure that you're getting well, it says that they come with the bottom bracket. That's the big thing, is they're 22 millimeter. So most bottom brackets are going to be 19 millimeter. These are 22, so make sure that everything will work on the 22. It should. The only other thing I'd worry about is a sprocket. So like, I run a spline drive sprocket, a profile, it's 19 millimeters. If I were to get these cranks, I'd have to get a new sprocket. I don't know what you're running, but assuming it's just a normal sprocket, you're going to be fine. Raider Al, how you doing, man? He says, just got bike school app on the way. So you should be able to. I'm not too sure how it works, but you can get the Teachable app and then log into bike school through that. I haven't done it yet, but that'll be a way to do it. You can also use it on your phone. We tried to make everything pretty mobile friendly, but here, let me look. But since it's through Teachable, you're gonna want to get like that app, and then you can log into bike school, and it'll all work through the app. So anyway, that's how that works. One thing, I can't even talk too much about this because this is like 10-year plan, but I'd love to have a specific app that's not on Teachable and it's built around bike school with a ton of different features. But apps are very, very, very expensive to do, and I am broke. So one day we'll do an app. But Victor, I think you'll get a lot from it because, like I said, Nick does dirt jumping, and just, I don't know, the whole course is built to help you build a foundation and then progress in the direction you want to go. But if you have any questions about it, man, let me know. You have until October 5th before we change the price. So October 5th we'll change the price. So take some time, think about it, make sure it's right for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Andy, what's up, Andy? How you doing, man? Welcome to the live. I don't know if I've seen you in here before, so welcome. Victor is talking about Spot. It's kind of like insurance. This sounds good. I think I've heard of the Spot insurance. That's what a lot of the pros are promoting, right? And the way it kind of works, I think, is they get everyone on a monthly plan, right? And then it works like group insurance. So like if you're working for the city, the city of your town or your state, whatever, the insurance rates are generally pretty low because they have so many employees buying into the insurance. So with Spot, if they have thousands and thousands of people paying that monthly plan, the premium kind of goes down. And it's something, it seems way cheaper, right? Most insurance is like a couple $100 a month if you're paying for it on your own. And I think Spot is really affordable. I think it's legit. I think they had a really smart strategy. I think they spent a ton of money on pro BMX riders to promote it, and I think it worked out really well for them. I don't know. When I've got one more year on my mom's insurance, so I either need to be rich by then or give up my dreams and get a corporate job, and then I won't have to worry about insurance. But I have one more year, and Spot would be the way that I would go, for sure. Okay, so Mike Feed had a bad experience with RNC and bad customer service. I think that's what you gotta do, right? Now, I don't know the whole drama, but here's my little rant on it, okay? The only reason I have such a good relationship with Dance Comp is because I tried to work with them, nobody would work with me, and so I just talked about it on the podcast. And then they ended up seeing it, saying, oh, wait a minute, and we built a good relationship because of that. But right now, in the world of whatever it is right now, it's like customer service is top priority because it's so easy for you to have a bad experience, and then you tell your friend, and then next time your friend's talking to somebody else, they bring it up, and they're like, well, my friend had a bad experience with them, so I don't know about that. Right, that word of mouth stuff, even on social media, it's like it spreads so quick. So if you're not bending over backwards essentially for customers who are worth your time, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And if you haven't figured that out yet, you have no business being in retail. Because back in the day, it's flip-flop, okay? So you guys, some of you guys who are older, like 40s, 50s, you could probably remember when you're younger, it was totally different. It wasn't like a consumer-based market. It was like you go to the store and you're expected to buy, right? And so there's no service around it. You don't have to bend over backwards to provide excellent service because they didn't really have many options. There's one grocery store and you had to deal with that grocery store. Now you can order online, you can go to Target, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Sam's Club. Like there's a billion different options, so you're gonna go to the one that treats you better. And so it bred a really competitive market. And it's gonna be the same thing in BMX, which is a lot smaller, but If RNC can't deliver on good customer service, Mike happens to have millions of impressions a month and he wants to throw that out there, like that's his platform. Is it kind of messed up? Maybe they could have talked it over, probably, but yeah, I don't know. Sounds like RNC didn't do so hot there. That's crazy. I've got to watch these videos though. Brian says, needs some help with parts. You know, it's okay. How you get hooked up with all kinds of stuff, huh? So Brian, BMX Sickness, and Sean Burns, and dude, Brian, who all are you like working with on this next newsletter? You've got some big names. I think it's so cool, man. You're growing it. It's amazing. Jared has a girlfriend. Dude, so Jared just said, I got a girlfriend now, so she's going to start filming me. Brian also got a girlfriend. Guys, be careful. Girls can be a waste of time. We don't want to do that. We don't want to waste our time. But if you put them to work as a filmer, you're getting a good deal because that's what they're there for, right? That's not really what they're there for. But if you can get your girlfriend to film, good job. That's what we need more of because it's so hard to go out and ride and then self-film ourselves. So what I would do, anyone else who's not Jared or Brian, what you need to do is post on Instagram, say looking for girlfriend filmers, and just promise to feed them, right? If you promise to buy them some food in return for their filming services and girlfriend services, you've probably got a good deal. So that's my recommendation for all of you guys who need a filmer. Matt says, did you see that poor young girl that died at Carolina? Yeah, Matt, that's Liz. It's so crazy because I was like, the day that it happened, she posted on Instagram and said something like, someone come skate with me. And I replied, I said, BMX is better. And then she said, no, I'd probably still die riding BMX. And then I was like, no, you're fine. Like, our group is way cooler than the skaters. Like, you can come ride and hang out with us. And then anyway, then that was the last message because I guess later on, right, she hit her head. And then I was there a few days later at Carolina and they had kind of their memorial thing. And I was like, whoa, like, life is short. It's so crazy. And that's super sad. I feel bad. She's so young. And that, I mean, granted, you can't really say, well, they shouldn't have died because they were young, because it's sad when older people die too, but it's just a sad deal in general. Yeah, that's crazy. Bikes and russets. I'm looking at swapping my frame. I ride dirt mainly and some park. I prefer a shorter bike and a shorter seat tube. I've had my eye on the tall order 215 frame, but would cost a lot to ship to the USA. Any recommendations on a different frame? I'd have to kind of look at the tall order 215 specs. What I would say, I don't know how short and responsive you want to go, but look at some Total frames. I really love Total's frames, and I think they're good quality, and you can usually find them over here in the US. I'm going to look at this real quick. Okay, so it's not too responsive. 8.8 standover is a little bit smaller, but it has a really long chainstay. It's 13.5. To me, 13.5 is a really long chainstay. I think, dude, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to send you the Colony Sweet Tooth frame. That's what I ride right now, and it's a good mix of like park and dirt because it's a lot bigger than some frames, and it's still got that lower seat tube, which I wanted for tail whips. So let's see. Not the complete bike. We just want the frame. Sweet Tooth. You're gonna love this. You are gonna love this frame. Let me look. Double check. 13.25 chainstay, so it's a little bit shorter than the 215. The standover height's 8.5, so it's a little bit shorter than that, but it comes in a bajillion top tube sizes. I'm gonna send you this link. Check it out. See if you like it. See if you like it. Hey guys, I just see, how many of you guys are on here, and I want to say I really appreciate you guys spending your Friday with me. I have so much fun doing these lives, And if you guys weren't here asking questions, the live would be very boring. So thank you. Thanks for being here. Beckham says that I'm way underrated. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're growing pretty fast. We're almost at 7K. I wanted to be at 10K by now, but we'll be there eventually. Like, we'll be up in the subscribers pretty soon. We just got to keep putting in the videos, and like when you guys watch the content, you guys share the content, that's what really helps. So I appreciate you guys doing that and helping me grow so fast. Samuel, what's up, Samuel? Glad you were finally able to catch a stream. Colin says, hey, Dougster Bob, thanks for sharing your expertise with the public. You've been very helpful. Maybe investing in bike school soon. Coin. Is it Coin? Oh my God, I called you Colin. My bad. Coin is not a problem, man. I'm glad I'm able to help. Like, I get messages like that say, hey, you helped me so much. And I'm like, that's what it's all about. If Coin, I don't know if you heard my rant, but October 5th, so what is that, 4 days from now, bike school is going to change. So we're going to stop offering a lifetime access, and it's going to go on a yearly subscription base. So if you want to join before the 5th, just because you're going to save a ton of money. I mean, you can wait and join if you want, but I wouldn't. You're going to be spending more. So check that out. 5 days. 5 days. You got 5 days. Matt Rojas, thoughts on Stranger Bmx? I hated Stranger when they did their Adam LZ thing, right? I didn't like that whole thing. That was a lot of drama. Overall, though, I've ridden Stranger parts and I really love them. I think they think of kind of unique geometry that works well for responsive street riding. And so I enjoy that. Now, however, I've taken a look at some of their 2021 bikes, and was it the Fireball? I can't remember which one it was, but it was very disappointing. Like, way overpriced for the quality. Jared can attest to that. He bought his daughter a BMX bike that was like mid 200s, and the quality was the same as the Stranger bike, and the Stranger bike was almost 500. So it's like, whoa, that's a ripoff. But Stranger aftermarket parts are solid. I'd kind of stay away from their complete bikes. All right, Jared, that's a good point. You can't expect corporate level customer service from a guy running a mill. That's a fair point. That is a good point. And some people are better at it than others. If I was running a mill, that's one of my strong suits, right? Is the interaction with people and that kind of thing. So I think I'd be fine with it, but not everyone, especially in that line of work, right? They're a little more reclusive is a good word for it. So I think he could really expand though, but he'd probably need a team to help him out, do everything. Samuel's girlfriend films clips too. That's good. Okay, Jared says that Mike was mad that the RNC dude didn't kiss his ass or care about the channel, and so I get the vibe. Now, I don't know Mike very well, but I do get the vibe that he's really, is cocky the right word? I'd say kind of cocky. And so yeah, or entitled. Maybe entitled is a better word. I don't know. I've only watched a few of his videos, so hello, focus. Yeah, so I don't completely know, but I do get that vibe, and that really wouldn't surprise me if he just kind of went off the deep end and said, "Do you know who I am?" And they're like, "I don't care who you are," you know. That's fair. That's fair. Cool. Does anyone? What's up, Peoria? What's up, Payson? How you guys doing? Cool, guys. Look, right at an hour, we ran out of questions. Does anybody else have any more questions, or no? All right, Josh, you joined bike school, but you didn't buy bike school. I don't know if you're on here. So when you join it, I think it's just putting in your email address or something. I'm not sure how it works, but I don't know. I think it confuses people, but when you actually go through and purchase it, that's how you get access to everything. But if you just want to join it, then I have your email and I can send you email updates when we change the price and things like that. But yeah, you won't get anything by just joining it. Now, if that's what you meant to do, that's fine. But nothing comes with it. You know what I mean? Bikes and Russet says that the Sweet Tooth looks sick, but it's a dumb question. Are the logos on the frame painted or they're stickers? They're stickers. I think they look kind of cool, but some people don't like it, and you can just pull them off. Yeah, you'll be fine just pulling them off. Samuel, are used R25s worth the 90 euros? I'm going to say yes, just because they have a lifetime warranty and you should be able to get the warranty taken care of if you have any issues, but it's usually safer if you have a receipt. So if you're buying it from somebody, check in with them and say, hey, do you have the receipt for these? Because then if you buy it and you get the original receipt, you're set. You've got lifetime warranty on those. You're super set. If you don't have the warranty, you might not be able, or if you don't have the receipt, you might not be able to get the warranty done. But they're still good forks, and they don't normally break. So I'd say yes. All right, guys. I guess that's it. So no more questions. Let's see. Deodorant. That's a fun name. Deodorant says, "Are full cut helmets cool?" I mean, yeah, I guess. I used to ride one. I thought they were nice. I liked how it fit over my head, because some helmets I don't like how they fit. I feel like they're way up here instead of down here, and I don't like that. But yeah, they're cool. Just make sure you get the certified one. Otherwise, you're doing it for nothing. If you don't have the certified one, it's just that thin plastic, and it's not going to protect your noggin. So there you go. Victor, great stuff. Keep up the great work. I look forward to bike school. All right, guys. Well,